Welcome to another filming of Captain's Call, this week coming from HSM 77 on the east side of the flight line. Today we're here with
Command Master Chief Michael Wilkins.
And I'm AWR-1 Pier.
And I'm Captain John Bushy. So why don't we get into our notes for this week?
Yes, sir. CMC? All right, we've got the U.S. Embassy visit coming up. The U.S. Embassy Immigrant Visas Office will be visiting Naval Air Facility at Atsugi January 29th from 1300 to 1500 in Building 949 in the conference room. The session is open to all military, civilian, and non-U.S. family members. This is a unique opportunity for community members to take advantage of the embassy staff expertise and knowledge of a very complex process. Pre-registration is required. Please contact the legal office at 264-3692 to sign up.
MWR Atsugi has a new website. The Atsugi MWR office recently launched a new website that's a great portal for all their events. The website is navylifeatsugi.com. Online, you can find all their athletic fields as well as menus and hours of operation for the various dining facilities and clubs on NAF Atsugi. This is a great base resource, so make sure to log on and check out.
All right, the VITA tax office opens soon. They need some volunteers. Military and civilian volunteers are needed for tax return services from now through May of 2015. Volunteers will receive free tax preparation training and certifications through the IRS. Please contact LN1 Davidson, that's DAVIDSON, via email to sign up.
All right, get ready for a long one here. We've got the Blue Jacket Liberty Program. The January calendar for Blue Jacket Liberty Program is out, and for a fraction of the cost, they offer trips to all corners of Japan. This winter, the first trip that we want to tell you about is the Unison Hakone Spa, which is a great option for anyone trying an onsen for the first time. This spa has both clothed and unclothed rooms and is tattoo friendly. The trip is scheduled for January 25th and the cost is just $14. Tickets can be purchased at the cash cage, and seats are limited, so don't wait to buy your ticket. And understand when they say it's tattoo friendly, you still have to cover your tattoos up, but you can at least have a tattoo. Another great deal and interesting trip being offered is to visit the snow monkeys at the Zenskoki Temple. Now, I know I just messed that up, so my apologies to all my Nihon friends out there. The trip is January 31st and the cost is $5. You can sign up for this trip at the cash cage. Again, seats are limited, so get your tickets soon.
$5, you can't beat that.
You can't beat that at all.
That's a great deal.
And understand this, for our Blue Jacket Liberty, that is for our E4 and junior sailors. So for those E5 and senior sailors that want to go and participate on these trips, you are certainly welcome. It's just going to cost you a little bit more.
Snow season upon us, so be prepared. It's always smart to have supplies on hand in the event of emergency, and we're approaching a time during the winter when snowfall can be a concern. Last year, Atsugi has its largest snowfall during the first 2 weeks of February. I'm sure many of the listeners can remember how difficult that weather made it for driving and getting around. Consider making an emergency supply kit. A good rule of thumb is to have enough essential supplies to last 3 days. This can include things like bottled water, non-perishable food, toiletries, and medications. We also update our Atsugi Facebook page with important details when hazardous weather is approaching. Just search for NAF Atsugi on Facebook, and we'll be posting updates during inclement weather.
Okay, during inclement weather, we're going to treat this just like what we did last summer with our typhoons. If there's anything to be put out, we're going to put it out via email, we're going to put it out with the Ombudsman Network, and we're going to put it out on Facebook and our CNIC website as well. So 4 great resources. If you don't know your Ombudsman's email, this might be a great time to contact him or her and make sure that you're on the distribution list. All right, some reporting options in a survey that Fleet and Family Support Center is going to be conducting. The Fleet and Family Support Center is asking for everybody's input. There is currently a link on the NF Atsugi Facebook page for the FSSC SAPR program. What they're looking for is they're soliciting for inputs from around the community, and they need your help to get those inputs. The survey link will be active through the end of January, so please take a minute and give them your honest feedback.
All right, volunteers are needed for elementary English lessons. Coming up in a few weeks, we have a unique opportunity to partner with one of our Japanese elementary schools on February 4th and 5th. We'll be hosting students from the Taro Elementary School for conversational English lessons at our food court. The lessons will run from 2 to 2:45 p.m. on both days. Volunteers don't need any previous experience or training, just a desire to teach and listen. Anyone interested in participating can sign up by calling the Host Nations Relations Office at 264-3201.
All right, the Father-Daughter Ball is coming up here. NF Atsugi will be hosting the annual Father-Daughter Ball February 7th from 1800 to 2200, and that's going to take place at the ACC. Tickets are now on sale and can be purchased via the email address atsugifatherdaughter@gmail.com, and that's Father-Daughter-Ball is one word. Prices are $24 for fathers, $20 for daughters, and $12 for each additional daughter. So it should be a good family event.
And it is a great event. This is the 4th year that they've done the Father-Daughter Ball, and it's just been a wonderful time and a great experience for all, and it's one that your daughter will cherish.
Yep, the Religious Ministries program puts this on, and they always have rave reviews about it, so please sign up.
Okay. Now we've got an Atsugi cookbook. The Fleet and Family Support Center is putting together an original Atsugi cookbook, and they need your best recipes. Recipes can be a range of items, and your name will be printed alongside your recipe. The cookbooks will be distributed to the incoming AOB ICR class each week, in addition to making it available to the public for download. Please bring your recipe to the Fleet and Family Support Center reception desk located in Building 949. The deadline for submissions is February 15th.
And I believe the last note we have here is really a request that I need help with from everybody. And we got an issue right now with people taking 30 or more days to check into the base. And you're just not as good as you can be if you're worried about checking in and you're not being paid right, you're not getting the right allowances, you're not settling in. So I need you guys to focus on getting checked into the command as soon as practical once you arrive. I really appreciate everyone's help in that.
All right, I can only echo what Master Chief had to say. Your pay is dependent upon this, all of the things that we need to get you checked in properly on the base, from recall lists to get you a government credit card, all the things that are essential to make you up and ready round here in NAF Atsugi. So please get that checklist done completely and as expeditiously as possible. So,
Yep.
Well, do you have anything else before we break into our inputs for this week?
I don't have anything else this week other than hope everyone had a great holiday. I missed you last captain's call. I was feeling a little under the weather, so I had Senior Chief Holmes stand in for me and looked like he did a great job. Maybe I'll have him sit in more.
Well, I think he enjoyed it, but it's always good to have you back. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to look at some other announcements, but thank you very much for this portion, and we'll be back in just a minute.
MWR launched a brand new website this week, so now you can find all kinds of MWR info in the same place. Movie schedules, upcoming events, athletic tournament dates, ITT tours, dining specials, available jobs, and more. Visit NavyLifeAtsugi.com to check it out, and keep an eye out for the site's mobile app, which will be launching soon. Cheer on your team to a Super Bowl victory on Monday, February 2nd at the ACC. The event will be free and open to all hands. The doors open at 6 a.m. with breakfast starting at 7. The game will begin at 8:30 a.m. After breakfast, get ready for burgers and hot dogs to keep you in the game day spirit. There will be games and giveaways as well. See you there! If you are interested in learning more about your family history, sign up for the library's 8-week Introduction to Genealogy class. It will meet Thursday evenings in February and March and will give you a solid foundation for diving deeper into your ancestors' lives. Are you an awesome racquetball player? Grab your safety glasses and lend your skills to your command by participating in the Captain's Cup Racquetball Tournament. Rosters are due January 30th, and all games will be played February 7th.
And this week our Sailor of the Week is AWR1 Pier, and we're here at HSM 77. So, AW1, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you do as an AW?
While I've been an AW, I've actually been able to do a lot. We do technical stuff from what they call hunting submarines, or ASW. We also do surface control, watching contacts all over around the strike group. Rescue swimmer. We are rescue swimmers when need be. We do humanitarian assistance. We were down in Damian, helping in the Philippines, bring food and supplies to people. There are many things that we do as AWs. It can be a hard job, but it's very fulfilling, very fulfilling.
So, which one of all those aspects do you like the most? Do you think?
I would have to say the humanitarian assistance is probably my favorite, with the technical aspect of the ASW and operating the systems and the helicopter being next.
Wow, nice. You got a brand new fancy machine back here.
Yes.
So did you start out flying Romeos, or did you fly something else before that?
I was a Bravo crewman. I started off at HSL 45 in San Diego.
You got the numbers close, but I'll let you go because you're an HSL guy, so that's awesome. It's good to meet another LAMPS professional, so
Yes.
that's awesome.
We are the best, sir.
No arrogance here at all.
Not a bit. You can chime in at any time whenever you want your question. But well, awesome. So, what would you tell somebody that was considering AW as their profession in the Navy? What aspects do you like? What would you tell them to prepare themselves for? How would they deploy? What would you tell them about the community?
I would have to say the community, first and foremost, is very close. We consider ourselves almost a brotherhood on how we look after each other, how we take care of each other in difficult times with studying, preparing for events, preparing for missions. We're usually helping each other out with those and getting each other ready for those. It can be physically demanding, definitely mentally demanding with all that's placed on us as far as knowledge, but it's, like, as I said, it's definitely worth it, sir.
Great. Have you done both expeditionary and independent ops?
Yes.
Which I guess is the same, expeditionary and CBW ops, I'm sorry. Which do you have which one you like better?
They both have their pros and cons. On the small ships, you're basically alone and unafraid. You're the only show in town. So you out there, you are doing what you feel needs to be done. When you're with the carrier, you have guidance from up above that tells you what you should be doing.
Sure. Yeah, as I saw it, there was benefits to both. You have some great quality life on the carrier, and some nice things that you don't always have on the small ship. But on the crew deck ships, you've got some other unique opportunities too. So
Definitely.
a lot of good stuff there. So.
I do like both.
All right, well, great. Was there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
I would like to give a shout out to my family back in the States, my mom and dad in Nebraska, also my family here in Atsugi, and all my friends.
Awesome. Well, great. It's nice to meet you this week, and I'm glad you're helping us out.
Thank you, sir.
So why don't we move on to the next portion of the show? So CMC, how about some concerns? I'll kick it off here for the first one. So,
yes, sir. Thank you.
So school buses on base, is that something we need to be concerned with, or any safety precautions when operating around them?
Absolutely, sir. There are certain safety precautions that we ask that all our residents here take. The main safety request that we have is when you see the school bus stopped, don't pass it. I understand that we have places to go, we have things to do, but it's not really taking that long out of our day to stop, let the school bus load, and then proceed on to where you're going. This is a concern that came in to me through the office, and my response was a phone call over to security asking them to increase their patrols during the times that the school buses are here so that we can ensure the safety for our children. We want our children to be safe, and we do that by obeying the law.
Absolutely. And remember, those school buses are carrying our kids. Let's respect them. Let's keep it safe for them. We've got a
Absolutely.
wonderful community here in Atsugi, so let's make it as safe as we can. So,
Absolutely.
all right. So, what's our next concern?
Well, our next concern is the TV volume not working with some of the equipment over at Ranger Gym.
Well, we took a look at an elliptical that was actually recorded, and yes, that's correct. It was not working correctly. So they did a test on all of them. We found one that was down, one that wasn't working correctly, so they've ordered the parts for it. They're trying to get it fixed. But in the future, if you have any concerns or any equipment malfunctions, please feel free to report it right away so that we can try to get that fixed as soon as possible. Because this is the season for resolutions. Everybody's in the gym and everybody's trying to use that equipment. And so it's getting a lot of use. And if you report any issues with it, we can get it back in an FMC status so that we can get somebody else on it. So
Yeah.
thanks for the concern.
Absolutely. And, I'd also like, while we're talking about the gym, to discuss one other issue that I think needs the community involved in order to get fixed, and that is the Commander Navy Region Japan clothing policy for wearing your PT attire. The attire is clearly shown there on the posters on what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable, and my MWR staff just can't walk around and police everybody, so I ask that you police yourselves as well.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that.
And then the last concern that we have here is for the next home store. This particular patron says that paying $75 to have his furniture delivered was too much.
Well, so we pulled the string on this a little bit. We found out that we're actually beating another local competitor by $25. But something that was also included in the comment was they were concerned that the packing material wasn't removed. If you wish for the packing material to be removed, you just have to ask. They will help you with removal of that. The other concern that the patron had was that doors and windows and whatnot were not removed when the new furniture was delivered. There's a liability issue with that. There's a concern with safety for our workers as well as any liability for damage to the house. So if you wish to have furniture delivered, please make sure you ask any questions like that. Another thing, please make sure you measure to make sure that it's, one, going to fit in the location you want, and two, it's going to fit down some of those hallways and those stairways
Right.
as they go into your off-base quarters. But thank you for the question. I'm glad we could clear that up.
Well, that's all we have for concerns this week, sir, but we do have some Bravo Zulus to hand out.
UW1, you want to help us with those?
I will do that, sir.
Okay.
First Bravo Zulu will be a service provider is AmeriCable. Customer service has always been able to provide me with quick and reliable service for the last 3 years I have been here. Thank you. Next Bravo Zulu will be service provider, outdoor gear issue. I want to thank the Atsugi Outdoor Recreation Center and all of their staff members for providing incredible service and top-of-the-line, beautifully maintained sports and recreational equipment. All of the staff members, without exception, are kind and very knowledgeable about sports and outdoor activities around Japan. I am very appreciative of having access to this wonderful recreation center and all the services they provide. Next, Bravo Zulu will be a service provider also, beauty shop. Tori Brannick stayed late today on Friday to help me. I will definitely be back to see her. Such a wonderful person. Thank you. Our last Bravo Zulu is the Next Depot. Amber went out of her way to help me find what I needed and make recommendations on items that would work better for my project. It was nice to see such dedication to service. That's all
Awesome.
about this.
It's nice to hear that positive feedback from the community, because so often our people that are in customer service, the only time they hear from the customers is when something is not right. And this here is a wonderful thing that happens occasionally, where we give a Bravo Zulu to those service providers, and it reinforces the the fact that they are doing a good job. And thank you to all of our service providers out there.
Exactly, I couldn't say it better. I'll actually take a small pause until we wait for the jets out here, but yeah, thank you very much to all of our service providers. One other BZ I'd like to put out is for our admin department. It was a quiet holiday season for the most part, but there were a lot of things that were happening behind the scenes and under the surface of the water that other people weren't aware of. Our admin department was instrumental with writing a lot of orders, moving a lot of people around, and taking care of shipmates. So I want to make sure that they're aware of, or that you're aware of all the hard things that they do. They're kind of some of the folks, like CMC was saying, that sometimes they only hear about things when it's bad. So I want to make sure that we recognize them when it's good.
Well, absolutely. When our admin department was working Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, when a lot of people were at home enjoying a little bit of time with their family, and so our admin department definitely deserves that Bravo Zulu.
They certainly do. So I think that's all we have from HSM 77. Anybody have anything else?
Nothing else, sir.
CMC, anything else?
Well, have a great week.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and with the sound of freedom in the background, we'll talk to you next time. So thanks. We're out from here.